Maybe it's one of those things where it's specifically listening for like the syllables.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, all the time seeing commercials for this thing called a password journal, where it was like a
Yeah, the
password.
password journal. That's the thing. If you go through puberty and you still have it, does that mean you're locked out of your own journal?
Or
Yeah.
maybe it just like makes sure to update it as your voice is like shifting.
I remember those commercials would specifically be like, it blocks out any boys, any stinky boys that would try to look at it. When I'm like,
I
I,
remember.
it's so funny because nowadays I'd be like, bruh, in my story, it wouldn't be boys trying to steal Hazel's diary. It'd be Sophie Arsenis Roddle.
Wait, wait, would Hazel have a password journal then?
Hazel would probably have an extra big security system on her journal. It probably has lasers on it and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It would unironically take control of her house.
Yeah, freaking Sophie
Oh,
tries
no,
to break
but-
into it by knowing the password, and then it just shoots a laser at her face.
Yeah.
Oh no, her password journal becomes Hal.
Yeah.
How?
Ironic.
I'm sorry,
How
Sophie.
ironic. And Sophie's like, you're not Andromeda's brother. You're a monster.
Well, no, Hal 9000.
I know
Hal
you're
9000.
referencing. It's just more funny because I have a character in the series named Hal.
I know.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't let you do that. I have never seen that movie.
Nah, me neither. I've just seen like a zillion parodies of it.
You just hear the pop culture osmosis and you kind of start learning about
Yeah.
it.
It's like
It's
every
like the same
cartoon-
thing with like Christmas Story. I've never seen that movie, but I've seen so many clips and references to it that I feel like I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Boy, it's like when every cartoon parodied The Matrix.
It's like
Yes.
never seen The Matrix, but I feel like I have.
Yeah.
If you're not talking
actually,
about that weird like angle shot with the camera where it's
Yeah.
like it spins around
Yeah, the freaking
person.
like bullet time.
See,
Like
for me, that was also Star Wars. Like a lot of cartoons parodied Star Wars as much as they parodied The Matrix.
Yes, absolutely.
Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically the first one.
Yeah. Oh, so many scenes with the rolling ball and the chasing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the character forgets their hat under the door that's closing and they have to grab it last second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Like I've never seen I've never seen a Christmas Story, and I feel like if I do, it's just gonna be like the experience of just jumping around from scene to scene and only recognizing the popular ones everyone mentions.
I've seen A Christmas Story before. It's all right. It's all right. It's a lot meaner in the tone than I thought it would be. It's one of those kind of things.
It's kind of a period piece as well because it's like the early 40s.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines though that I feel because I first watched the movie when I was about 13. So naturally, my favorite joke in the movie is, "Oh, fudge," but I didn't say fudge.
Right.
The S dash 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 word.
Right. I also love the fantasy sequences Ralphie had were pretty funny just because of how over the top they were.
Yeah. See, I can't even say, knowing my Christmas movie catalog mostly consisted of on the shit Cartoon Network was rerunning, I'm like, oh yeah, I still did watch, like, Peanuts and The Grinch and stuff. We watched both versions of The Grinch in our house. I had the VHS of the Chuck Jones version, and we also had a DVD of the Jim Carrey movie.
Mm-hmm.
And, one of the top movies my dad loved quoting when I was a kid was the Jim Carrey Grinch movie.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he quotes so many scenes, like the scene where it's like, "You're the Grinch."
I just know people like to quote the hate, double hate, loathe entirely.
Or jury duty, blackmail, eviction letter. Or my favorite thing I used to quote, "Honey, the baby's here, and he looks just like your boss." It's so weird how me and live action Dr. Seuss films have this weird history because I don't think I've mentioned it on this channel, but one of my guilty pleasure movies to this day is the Mike Myers live action Cat in the Hat movie, mostly because I had it on DVD as a kid and I watched it so much. like that I could quote that movie by heart. Like at one point, I quoted it to my friends, and they're like, "Why do you know about this so much about this movie?"
I saw it once in school, and I thought I thought it was kind of weird.
I've watched it recently with a couple of years back with a friend, mostly because I'm like, let me show you. Mostly because I went to her like, let me show you how bizarre as fuck this is, and I kind of realized when watching it that the two kids in it are literally just like more unlikable bootleg versions of Bart and Lisa Simpson.
Hmm.
Like Bart and Lisa Simpson, if you sucked out any likability they had.
Oh yeah.
I still love the line, "You're not just dumb, you're also stupid."
Yeah, I feel like the scene everyone will point to as the best scene is the cupcake making scene.
Oh yeah.
This cupcake, a what? Cupcake-inator!
I
Wow.
can't take it there, pretty the bottom
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
Oh my gosh, Doofenshmirtz. I can't believe they.
Oh yeah,
Can't
Phineas
believe
and
it.
Ferb also had some pretty kick-ass Christmas specials.
I really like the first one they did, where it's like you expect Doofenshmirtz to have this tragic Christmas backstory, with tragic backstories being his running gag. But you actually learn that his Christmases were actually pretty decent, and he has this whole song about how he doesn't actually hate Christmas, and he's just
I
indifferent
really
to
don't hate
Wow.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And then he
Cool.
literally destroys Christmas because he got annoyed by some Christmas carolers.
Of
Yeah,
course.
that we're saying that they really wanted some figgy pudding.
Not the figgy pudding.
Bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy
No.
pudding.
Do they even sell figgy pudding in the States?
I don't
think
know.
was that
I feel like I just mostly hear about it being a British thing.
was that another episode Christmas special that falls in the category of everyone's on the naughty list?
Yeah, I guess technically.
I
Because like
guess
the whole thing was that Doofenshmirtz Naughty-inator made it so the whole city was technically naughty itself. Like, not the
Wow.
individual citizens. He made the city come off as naughty on Santa's radar.
Yeah, because there's several types of Christmas specials cartoons will do. There's Everyone is Naughty, weirdly, which I've seen in this one and I guess the Powerpuff Girls one. Then there's the classic, we must deliver all the presents for Santa, as seen on shows like Jimmy Neutron and Johnny Bravo. And then, my favorite, Character A doesn't believe in Santa Claus, despite sometimes being in a world grounded in fantasy, looking at you, Billy and Mandy. And then it's disproven that Santa's real, which if Santa was real, why would there ever be a shadow of a doubt that he wasn't real?
Yeah, it's a little dumb.
When the parents at one point go, "Hey, I didn't give you I didn't give you that gift, yo. That thing's like expensive as fuck. Why would I give you that?"
Yeah, you gotta be less of a snarky tickles.
Yeah, like
Snarky
like
tickles.
you would think like I call it the Santa paradox because like that's what it feels like to me.
Mm.
It like I thought like it's also funny when again they don't believe in Santa, but their world has like a lot of weird fantasy stuff. Another obnoxious example is the Jimmy Neutron thing, where I'm like, Jimmy, you fight egg-shaped alien monsters, and everyone in your show can breathe in space, and yet you think Santa Claus is unscientific. Like, this is your limit. And
his excuse is like, I live in Texas. Everything is terrible in Texas.
yeah, it's weird. Jimmy Neutron's set in Texas, yet not too much from the show is notably Texan. It's just that there's some episodes where, like, it'll show a map of the world and they'll show them flying from Texas.
I never realized they were from Texas. I feel dumb for that.
It's like one of those things where it's like, it's just a background detail that you would never notice unless you're paying attention.
It also is kind of a nod because their animation studio for Jimmy Neutron is based in Texas.
Dear God, he
Like,
scalped the reindeer.
Yeah, like, oh yeah,
Oh,
DNA
that's
Productions, I think.
awful.
Oh God, reindeer antlers.
Yeah, he scalped the freaking reindeers.
Sounds awfully painful.
I feel like a Christmas special I will still defend is pretty good nowadays is All of the Other Reindeer.
Yes.
Very cozy movie. It's more funny when you realize the mailman is voiced by Homer Simpson, when you can now hear it.
Right?
Christmas! Buckingham! Woo!
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I still love my stepdad's reaction to watching that for the first time and finding
Burning.
out that finding out that one of the bar patrons was voiced by the lead singer of REM.
Oh.
Yeah, that too. Also learning that it was actually made by Matt Groening.
Yep.
Yeah. You definitely can see the Simpsonisms.
I mean, literally, Dan Castellaneta's in it. Let's see.
Well, good
How do
thing.
they even fit in there?
Well, I think
No
it has to
idea.
be empty.
Uh,
There we go.
yeah, these are enormous.
These reindeer lived happy lives until they didn't.
Jeez.
Wow, he's turning this. He was turning this reindeer into sausage. I could see.
Yeah.
What?
Red sausage.
Speaking of reindeer, because of my job being at the actual emergency room, I actually do have to work Christmas Day this year. So like, which sucks. So I work in the emergency room, so I see patients coming in all the time, and I'm like, we keep joking. Oh man, you're gonna get an old lady running in who got run over by a reindeer.
Oh.
Honestly, just imagine how funny it would be if your work actually was good humor enough to play that song, "The Waiting Room," on Christmas.
Yeah, you're allowed phones briefly when there's no other work. I haven't really tested though if I'm allowed to listen to music though yet. I just started working there.
Yeah, I'm saying that like you try to figure out if you can get that song playing on like the PA system during downtime.
I don't think we play much. We don't really play much in the PA system. You'll hear. So we have this one computer that sends us us in calls whenever there's like an ambulance incoming, and it plays this kind of music for the ringtone that's like boo 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 doo doo, and I'm like, why does the ringtone music for an ambulance coming in kind of slap?
More guts than a body
like,
disposal.
This shouldn't slap. This is a serious issue.
Mm-hmm. Too distracting.
Like and it'll trust me from the month and a half, or from the nearly 2 months I've now worked there, I've already seen a lot of stuff. Like, you'll see shit. Sometimes actual shit, but most of the time you just see a lot of stuff that I never thought I'd see in my life, frankly.
Oh man.
A couple of my friends are concerned that this is gonna ruin my spirit because I'm dealing with people's work on the worst days of their life. So far, it hasn't. To be honest, the fact that they're so lenient on phones is actually kind of caused me to get a little bit of escapism whenever there's a downtime. Obviously, I'm prioritizing the work over the work when I need to do it. It's just, but whenever I'm able to check chat logs or check stuff, it's like, okay, good. Not everything around me is people dying.
Yeah, I would just think that would require a lot of therapy.
Yeah, trust me, you see a lot of... I don't want to go too deep into cases because I don't feel comfortable just bringing up what people's personal cases are in a video like this.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say I've gotten a lot of hospital stories I've told people.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, what was worse was that I worked the night before Thanksgiving, and I'm just gonna bring this one up. There was a lot of car crash cases because I guess a lot more people were on the road seeing their families the night before.
Oh look, it's a reindeer prime rib.
Yeah. Oh god, imagine cooking a reindeer for Christmas dinner.
Ew.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I don't really like a lot of the food you serve on Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, at all.
I'm not a fan of turkey. It's a little dry.
Yep.
Yeah, turkey just tastes turkey is drier ribs.
Yep.
Turkey is like ribs without... Actually, turkey is chicken. More like chicken without anything good about chicken.
Yeah, chicken's better. Heck, ham is better.
At least ham tastes juicy and sweet. Turkey tastes
I had some
dry.
really good ham after Thanksgiving.
Turkey tastes dry. It feels like it should be dipped in something.
I think some people mix it with gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm can we put barbecue sauce on it?
I'm reminded of a quote from Brooklyn Nine-Nine where someone's just turkey tastes like napkins and the pilgrims were genocidal maniacs.
Honestly, imagine if you put dipped turkey in barbecue sauce. You think that would make it taste better?
I think anything
don't
would make
know.
turkey taste better, because then you'd just be
Well,
tasting whatever you dip it in.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
because
like
turkey tastes like
uh,
I never like everyone talks about how on Thanksgiving they got so stuffed. Not me, because turkey tastes too dry for me to ever finish.
Nah, it's not. That's not that good. I can't eat that much.
I will say the Thanksgiving I was at this year had really killer ham and extremely killer rolls. I put butter
Love.
on their rolls and it made them taste so immaculate.
Yes. I also like the potatoes.
Yep, potatoes.
like
Potatoes.
I will say